Okay, guys, we have finally made it to the end. Here we are, the last video. We're 6 for 6 now. So we're looking at the effects of the French Revolution, and in this next slide, we'll kind of look at a more broader view of the effects of both the American and the French Revolution, because they definitely had an impact on the world. The most notable impact, I think, out of the French Revolution is you have this guy come to power, Napoleon. And we've all heard Napoleon. You know, you guys have learned basic things about him throughout your school career. But I'd say something that definitely applies to our popular culture today is whenever we say somebody has a Napoleon complex, basically a really short person with like authority issues. This is where it comes from. As you can see, he is not very tall, but he was somewhat of a scary dude. I mean, he tried to basically take over Europe in a very, very short time. And that's part of the reason that the United States gets the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. Napoleon was like, I don't really care about the New World anymore. I just want to take over all Europe. And so he, out of the French Revolution, he rises to power in a coup d'etat in 1799 and crowns himself as emperor in 1804. And he kind of started out as this person championing freedom for the people, but it quickly turned into it being the Napoleon show, it being all about Napoleon and wanting to take over Europe. And he said he was doing it in the name of France, which, who knows, we don't know what was in his heart. But either way, he was a scary guy that was trying to take over a little bit of everything. But the most, on a positive side, the French Revolution inspired other social revolutions around the world. Ironically, in one of France's own colonies in Haiti, with the Haitian Revolution, Haiti being a big sugar producing colony in the Caribbean, and it was a significant slave population to a very, very white minority. But the white Frenchmen were in charge. Obviously, they owned the plantations. But finally, there were so many slaves in Haiti that they rise up in this Haitian Revolution, led by this guy right here. In this painting. And, this was big because Haiti essentially forces the French to end slavery in their empires, at least for the time being. Napoleon would reinstate it, but, Haiti had already achieved their independence, and they are free. But from a broader view, so not just focusing on one country or one colony, the traditional forms of rule continue to be challenged in Europe. So it's like, okay, so that's part of the reason why during the French Revolution, you have all these foreign powers kind of freaking out over all this, revolts and all these kind of things happening in France. Are like, wait, England's thinking, ooh, this could happen in England. Spain's thinking, ooh, this could happen in Spain. You have all these foreign countries that, like I said, are just, there's no other word to say it. They're freaking out because they don't want to see their monarchy overthrown by the people. And so, in a way, I think that you see them kind of meet the people halfway. It's like, okay, I'll give you up some of my power and we'll become more a constitutional monarchy. And so that was a really big deal out of this. And it's also the birth of the modern nation state. So this is kind of like the end of the whole kingdoms, like the, knights, castles. Like, yeah, they're still there. They're still in Europe today. But it's the idea of, modern nation states with the government, by the people, for the people, with representatives, prime minister, whatever, executive branch, branches of government, all that kind of good stuff. That's where this comes in. And also nationalism. Nationalism is big, and that's something that Napoleon used to justify his conquest of Europe. But, and nationalism would go on to, kind of play a factor in inspiring the World War I and World War II. But nationalism is significant because it did inspire those world wars, and it was a major part of the global politics in the 19th and 20th century. And it came out of the French Revolution, this, nationalism, the really, pride in one country, the willingness to do anything for one country, and kind of viewing everything just through the eyes of your own country. But that was the effects of the French Revolution. Real quick, I just want to look at the impact of both revolutions on the future. You had the formal documents, the American Declaration and the French Declaration. And both of these, What to a Slave is the 4th of July, and the Vietnamese Declaration of Independence, were inspired. Kind of used this language to highlight hypocrisies. And the ideas of the governance were also taken to many different constitutions, and it inspired many articles in the UN's Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. If you guys want to read this whole slide a little more, feel free to do so. I won't read you guys, and